Before they actually searched for Kiely in the water, they stopped at a Walmart, okay? And when they stopped at a Walmart, a man came up to them that was like a fan of them or watched them on YouTube, and he is a AAA driver. Now, he did an interview. He said that the day before Kiely went missing, or the morning after, at around 11 a.m. or 12 p.m., he saw Kiely, and he ran into her because her car was broken down, and she called AAA from a friend's phone, and he showed up. He was asked to show on a map exactly where he went and where he found her, and this is where this man says he saw Kiely. He said that she was in Boca. Now, as the conversation went on, it really sounded like he said he checked his GPS and that he found that he had went to Boca on Saturday and Sunday, which says that he is saying, I don't know if he is telling the truth or if this is right, but if what he is saying is true or right, he saw Kiely on Saturday morning at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then you've also got to remember that Kylie's mom said she got a text message from Kiely around 11:30 p.m. Friday night saying that she would be home in just 45 minutes. Then at 12:30, her phone goes dead. But now we have this AAA tow truck driver saying that he saw her in Boca at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. the next day on Saturday morning, which means she never drove home like she told her mom she would be home in 45 minutes, and she was in Boca with a guy. Now, this AAA driver starts describing what he saw when he was interacting with Kiely. He said that she called from her friend's phone, who happened to be a guy there with her, because her phone was dead.
She had a phone on her at the time.
She did say that her phone was dead, and so she used whoever this was, she used his phone, so that's how she did get in contact.
I was asking this, was the guy that she was with right there too?
He was on the opposite side of the car.
So he could hear the conversation as well?
Every single time the guy would come over to us, she would go on to the other side, and it was just like a back and forth, like a tag team. They'd say like one person would come over, she wouldn't stay near him, and then it would go vice versa. Or if we were at the front of the car going about the battery and talking about the battery, he was always on one side, she was on the other, never close to each other.
That screams awkwardness and someone being uncomfortable. And when in that scenario, if he was there with her, anybody else around?
There was people far back here, yes, but not near her, no. I did notice that like she was very hesitant and very skeptical on everything that was going on. She was asking me really weird questions, like in the sense of how do you put on your seatbelt correctly, and like okay, and she asked me to show her on how to connect it to like her actual belt. After that, she was stating on how she was there all night and she couldn't get her vehicle started due to the fact that now we both realized it was in neutral. She was wearing a sweatshirt, so it looked like she has been there for quite a while. There was a guy there that was with her at the time being. He was wearing a black San Francisco flat top ball cap facing forwards, brown hair was sticking out just a little bit on the sides. It was kind of like they were both kind of at unease, is what it looked like for me, like as if either they had a crazy night or a crazy day or there's something going on I couldn't know, and at the time I didn't realize what was going on. But other than that, he was a thinner built guy is the best way I could put it, with a bro tank, and he was a white bro tank. He had some freckles on his face, like, or maybe it was like acne or whatnot, but it was on both sides of his face. At the time being, he was wearing a black San Francisco flat top ball cap facing forwards, brown hair was sticking out just a little bit on the sides.
Right, people online are going wild because it seems like this tow truck driver described Kylie's ex-boyfriend Jagger to a T. There was another video by a YouTube channel named Zav Girl, and she did an interview with Jared from AWP, and he said that they had got so much more footage of that interview with that guy, and the interview with the tow truck driver, that's what we're talking about here, he had a dash cam, and the whole thing was filmed, but it's been locked under investigation, okay? And when Jared from AWP was asked if they thought it was foul play, he said,
I don't even know for sure if it was with Kiely, but does he give you more of a description to where you guys know who it might be?
It's, I think that everybody's already speculating, in any additional information that I would provide. So, I have to be careful in what it is that we do say and what we put out there for a certain reason. So, we put out what we can at this moment in time. And like I said, we will put out a lot more later on if it goes down in that direction that law enforcement take it.
So from everything that you've seen in your experience, if you had to guess, would you guess that there was foul play involved in this one?
I'm just going. I'll say this: I would not have put that in our title if we thought it was nothing more than an accident. It's open for interpretation, speculation at this point. There's an entire other theory that it would blow your mind if I even told you, based upon additional. Even just going with let's see, without giving away too much, without me saying anything. Like if you think about the two people that are moving around the vehicle, there could be more to that story.
Off on a theory here. So mind y'all, this is not fact. I don't know these people. Please do not show hate to anybody. Please just go do your own research, form your own opinion. But after talking with one of my really good friends tonight, who is super into true crime, just like all of us are, she came up with a really good theory that dang near had me screaming. Okay, so I'm gonna share it with y'all, so hear me out. What if when this AAA driver got called, or this tow truck driver got called, and he went to Boca and pulled up on Kylie's car and saw Kiely and this other guy, what if that wasn't Kiely? What if it was one of her friends that looked like her? Because she does have a friend or two that looks a lot like her. And what if the reason why the girl and the guy that was there talking to this tow truck driver was so nervous and they were switching sides on the vehicle because they did not want this tow truck driver to go to the back of the vehicle because Kylie's body could have been back there, right? And the reason why the car was in neutral, because if you guys just remember, you can go and play it back, he said that they were saying they could get the car started, but they found out there was nothing wrong with the car, they just had the car in neutral. They were at that Boca River, or that Boca Lake, getting ready to push the car into that lake because they were all partying at the other one. But they got the car in neutral and they couldn't get the car started. So this guy comes and gets the car started, and at this point, now these two kids, or these two young people, they have to take this vehicle to another lake now. Because if they put this vehicle in this lake, now they've got somebody that has seen them. And that's when they end up taking the vehicle back to the other lake. And it makes me wonder, who all sent those text messages? Did that text message that Kiely sent her mom ever even come from Kiely? Did it maybe come from somebody else? Maybe they took her phone, turned it off, and threw it in that lake. Then they figured they would drive her car over to the other lake at Boca, put the car in neutral, push it in, and then for some reason they couldn't get it in. Maybe they were messed up, maybe something happened. I don't know. And I know that it's very far-fetched, and I know that it's a lot to put on a bunch of unknown people. But you guys, when you watch some of these interviews with these friends, and oh my gosh, please y'all don't show hate to anybody, because I don't know. This could all be wrong. This could be a really freak, tragic accident. It could. But man, some of these situations are weird. When you hear these people, the ones that would speak out, talk, and the things that they said.
To be safe, don't do anything stupid. I definitely feel like that in this current situation that she's safe. I don't know where she is. We don't have anything to go off of at this point, but I fully believe that she's alive and well, and I fully believe that the two of us, three of us, or other people are going to bring her home safe. She's safe. So that's why we came here today, because I wanted to look around for myself, because I haven't been here yet. That's why we came here today, because I wanted to look around for myself, because I haven't been here yet.
To make things even weirder, Jagger made this post over on his TikTok that said, any info will help at this point. She was last seen at Prosser Lake around 1:30, most likely drunk driving. If anyone anyone has anything, please come forward. You are not facing any charges. And then a comment said, call Placer County Sheriff's, not the number. And then Jagger responds, me or the sheriff. We are all working in the same thing, and the sheriff would like me to filter through any information I can before it gets to them. So somebody went and commented on the sheriff's page and said this: the kids are involved. Can you verify Jagger's comments that the sheriff wants him to filter information before it goes to the police? These kids are hiding something, and that should be addressed. No one finds it suspicious that this girl, Sammy, who wasn't even close with her, and they aren't even friends on social media, who has dated her boyfriend, is so overly involved with no emotion and her trying to control the situation. These kids know more than they're saying. And then the sheriff's office responds back, that is false. The only tip line is, and then it gives the information. So why would an ex-boyfriend that allegedly wasn't even there, barely even text her, want comments or tips filtered through him? It's just really bizarre. It's also important to mention that over on Jagger's Instagram, he basically said that Kiely never called roadside assistance and that he lives 4 hours away, so he's not really worried about what other people are thinking and saying.
Sammy Smith says she was the last person to speak with her at the party early Saturday morning.
She was having a fun time at a party, just being a teenager. Everything she drank, I drank out of. Everything she drank, I drank out of. And there was nothing that seemed off about her.
So another thing that people online are talking about and saying is very strange is this young lady, Sammy, put together on August 8th a Tahoe teen to teen. Now, remember what we just read from the ex-boyfriend Jagger, filter stuff through me to the sheriff. You can just call me if you have any tips. Well, now Sammy, Tahoe teen to teen. We are having a Tahoe teen to teen meetup August 9th from 5 to 7:30 in Tahoe City at the Save Mart in Tahoe City. We really need all the information we can to get all and any Tahoe kids. We have had a lack of reach out from many Tahoe kids who were at the party and made no information. There will be no parents or adults or cops at all. We are only trying to help Kiely, and all reports can be made anonymous if asked, and all people interviewing will act as if they've never met with you. So, this could be a really awesome try to help find some information on your missing friend. But there are people online that think that it could be also a way to find out what other people know and maybe make sure none of the good tips go through, or maybe even see who's seen anything. So people are very suspicious. And allegedly, when AWP found Kiely's car and made that post that said, we just found Kiely, allegedly, an account with the name as you see above made this post and said, this post is not true. Kiely has not been found. Almost like whoever made this post was really hoping that she wasn't found. They're just not adding up. You've got 300 teenagers and up out at a party, and nobody knew what happened to her. Okay, you've got friends who, a lot of her friends said that she was such a good girl, she would never drink and drive, she now online saying that, oh, she was probably drunk driving, oh, she probably did this, oh, it's just so bizarre. Somebody knows something. Okay, somebody's seen something, and somebody knows something. A lot of people know something. Now, I don't know how true this is, and y'all can let me know down below, but people have been emailing me and DMing me and telling me that one of these kids, well, they're 18 and up, okay, the ones that we've been talking about, but one of these people that are really close to Kiely that's involved in all this has a family in law enforcement. I hope this ain't no cover-up. It's some weird stuff going on, okay? And it ain't allegedly, and y'all know, I sure hope it ain't no cover-up, man, because it ain't looking good. Something's not right. It's not right. It's very bizarre that they told AWP there is no need for you to search that late. We have searched it up and down and sideways. And allegedly, according to AWP, an anonymous, division called them in to help. I wonder if somebody really did call in to help, but if they did, it sure wasn't the locals, I don't think. Okay, it may have been somebody from outside. But they told them, you do not need to search that lake because we've already searched it, and that car was right there. 10 feet down in one spot because of the way the vehicle was, and the way it was upside down and tilted. It was 14 feet down in one spot and 10 feet down in another spot. 10 feet down right off the bank. Gotta admit, it's weird, y'all. And I really hope this is a freak accident. I really hope none of these people are involved, and I just hope that everybody can get some closure. But it seems really strange. What do you guys think?